Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Not our wedding anniversary. No, no, no.
I was like, what anniversary did I miss?
Right. This is our 1 year in the Philippines to the day. Woo -hoo. You know, we came from, how about this? You like my Russian hat? Ruski. Look at this girl.
Ruski.
We're going for a hike. Gotta get outside. To, of course, this. Yeah.
And I'm gonna make so much banana Tyrone for everybody.
Well, well, well. Beautiful sunset here. Oh, no, no.
Is this Disneyland?
Yes, this is Disneyland.
Is this a surprise Disneyland?
Oh my God. You know what's really strange though is we have seasons going on here. I don't know what's going on. It's summer. Okay, it's hot.
Yeah,
it is. Hot. Yeah, very, very hot. And the leaves are all changing color and they're falling. And I was like, is that a thing here?
For summer? Like, that doesn't make sense for us.
Right, like I was like, wait a minute, when it gets colder, aren't the leaves supposed to change? But apparently not. Apparently we have a ton of leaves blowing in our neighborhood.
Yeah,
and
lots.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey!
You know what's crazy is we moved into this subdivision December 1, and here we're coming up to April, and guess what? We have never used this pool.
This is our first time.
And it's not like it's always busy. There's nobody here.
No.
The water is so warm. Oh my goodness. So where were we? Oh yes. 1 year in the Philippines. No more do we have to deal with that snow of Canada. But there are things that we still miss about Canada. I'm gonna go first and then I'm gonna ask you.
Okay, okay.
I miss steak. I absolutely miss steak. Yes, you can get it here, but it's not the same. You can get it everywhere in Canada. You go to Walmart and buy thick steaks there for very little money. Now we get it, inflation has probably driven that price up, but compared to what it would cost here for the same cut of steak, trust me, Canadians out there, you got it real good. Americans, you got it real good when it comes to steak. The second part for me is cheese. Oh my goodness. That was gonna be my answer. Oh darn, is cheese. We miss that huge supply of dairy cheese that is available all over for very low cost. Cheddar, mozzarella, marbled cheese, you know, all of it is very, very common, very, very cheap in Canada. And I kind of miss it. You know, food is a big part of everybody's lives, and well,
I feel like all our answers are going to be food related.
No, I don't think so.
I was thinking poutine. I would love.
Oh, she's going to go on to food. Continue.
I would love poutine. I would love some poutine. Also, some of the chocolates that are not available here. Even though I'm trying to eat less chocolate, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword. But I really like the crunchy. Okay. There's two. So the ones that. The crispy crunch, okay, it's got like peanut in it, some caramel, chocolate, it's skinny, nom. And then I like the other one that has like the sponge toffee in it. I love sponge toffee. I miss that, but you could probably get it here. And then it's also a chocolate bar coated in chocolate. Those are the two I want.
You missed it a lot, but you don't remember the name. I think
that the name isn't as important. Okay, it's the food that matters.
All right, so outside of food, obviously we miss the free healthcare. So we'll go, that's a check mark for Canada big time, that you're just not gonna get here. But yeah, when it comes to like cost of living overall, when it comes to just how people live their day-to-day lives compared to here, all of that, I don't miss that much. I don't miss the grind, the work, the try to keep up with every neighbor with the biggest, newest car and electronics and all that chase that's always happening. Where here people are more family oriented, and experiences and just hanging out. Like they'll just all sing, you know, and that's a good night together. Where when's the last time everybody got together and just sang from your neighborhood? Right, like that's just illegal. That's just not a thing. It's probably illegal in Canada.
That would
that's
be
right.
a sound violation.
Right, there'd be a sound violation. The police would be called. So it is completely different. And so if we were to say, you know, like what's our true feelings about after being one here in the Philippines, those are some of the things that you would get from us. And when we were talking to people who say, well, I'm thinking of coming there, we're always like, you should, the end.
Always.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't say, but you won't get this, you won't get that. The good outweighs the bad by far. This is literal paradise. This is beautiful. This is what, 3 o'clock in the afternoon near the end of March, and it has been what, hot all the time. We actually say, oh my gosh, it's cold out when it's
like 23 degrees.
I haven't.
Like, oh, that's cold.
Really? I don't think we've had a 23-degree day.
No?
28, yes.
Maybe.
28, 27. But
Wait,
maybe
what
we had a
is it
23,
right
but I'm pretty sure that's Baguio.
Oh, either way.
So either way,
23.
it doesn't really matter. The point is we all of this January, where we did not run our air conditioning, it was always like 26, 27 degrees every day, like even at night. And so we just didn't run our air conditioning because you get so used to the weather here. You're like, oh, it's chilly today. And yeah, so regardless of what the temperature lowest has been, it is definitely a strange thing after 1 year. Like when we first arrived, we were sweating like crazy.
Yes, yeah, we definitely sweat less. Okay, we still sweat, but way less. Okay, it's not like a puddle anymore.
Yeah, now we actually have to work for that sweat.
Yeah, we have to go for a walk.
It doesn't come for free all the time anymore, where it used to be. Okay, I'm in an air-conditioned place and I'm still sweating. Yeah, now it's, you actually have to break a sweat, like a normal human being, I feel. When we first came, we did not look like normal human beings in the sun, I gotta tell you. But now...
So when we have to wear the masks as well, that was heck.
Yeah, especially when you're new here and you're breathing it back in and the humidity is coming right back into your face. It did really suck. But now, after a year in, you know, you were often wearing long sleeve shirts, sweaters.
Yeah, once in a while, cardigans.
Cardigans, where I would have never dreamed that you would wear a cardigan or a sweater here in the Philippines. There's no way.
True that.
But another thing I wanted to discuss is, what did we think we would be coming into when we came to the Philippines when we were in Canada, and compared to what we're living now? I can tell you, and maybe you can speak for yourself, that I did, you know, we watch YouTube videos, and we saw the problem with YouTube is you see people will generally show what's going to get the most clicks. And so we saw a lot of things that show like the slums area, those, you know, poverty areas, or just focusing on things that are not really the general norm here, and you don't realize it's not the general norm until you get here. And yes, we did see, because we didn't get shown, we didn't see BGC vids. None of that was really a thing.
I don't really remember.
We saw Walking Street, right? And we saw a lot of vlogs where people are going into, you know, parts of Tondo and everything. And it makes sense, we were searching Tondo. But, you know, there was a lot more videos like that, where a vlogger is going down and he's like giving candy to kids or whatever that are in need. Those kind of things. Those are the kind of videos that were shown to us. And so then when we come here and we realize, okay, well, yeah, that exists. It really does, of course. And in some parts of the provinces, there can be less modern conveniences, those kind of things, of course. But for the most part, if you're coming to the Philippines, just like anywhere in Canada or anything, you're going to end up going into the cities and you're going to be shocked that, wait a minute, the cities are pretty darn modern out here.
Yeah.
Things are a lot different than you would have imagined in your head. You're like, okay, it may not be always, you know, New York City, California, Toronto, whatever, Los Angeles, I should have said, not California, but it may not always be that, but it might be one of some of your smaller cities in your country, might be the level of development and stuff like that in a lot of the cities here. And it's not that much different. You can still get most of the things. And so that kind of part shocked me, you know, from my impressions that what I was going to walk into, and then coming to a point where we're living here. We thought we'd be searching everywhere for, oh, we'll only get cell signals if we go to certain areas. We'll only get...
Yeah, I was expecting worse internet connection.
Right. So
but it's actually not that bad. And same with like the brownouts and everything. You get them once in a while, but that's it.
Yeah, very infrequent.
I was like expecting it to be at least once a week, like a decent, like a long one once a week.
Exactly. And you hear all this third world, but I'm sorry guys, I hate to disappoint you and your thoughts about that, but that's very incorrect. We really don't get that many brownouts. We probably had as many power outages in Canada. Every time we'd have a storm, we would have a power outage, right? In the winter, we would have power outages because the ice would build up on the lines. Like, these things weren't unusual. And internet-wise, I think we're getting faster here.
Yeah, we're getting, and for cheaper.
Way cheaper, right? We're paying 1,800 pesos, so 36 US, so $44, say, or $45 Canadian. We would pay well over $100 for much slower. So, yeah, big difference. Our cell phones, paying $10 a month, we never run out of data. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's insane. And in Canada, losing cell signal was actually a lot more common than you think. We would, you know, if you went in the country, you probably lost cell phone signal.
Yeah. Yep.
Here, almost everywhere you'll get something, right? We'll be on an island and it's like, yeah, you have to kind of point towards the water.
Yeah.
But you get a cell phone signal. It's not like it's gone completely. You just have to wave it around and find that little spot, maybe.
Play with it a bit.
Right. But for the most part, you get cell phone signal everywhere, and it's because, well, batches of people are living everywhere. You don't have to go very far until you find another barangay with people, and so the companies are making sure that there's cell phone signal to them.
Yeah.
Does that mean all 7,000 islands are going to get all these things wonderfully? No, of course not. Just like anywhere else, but it is a lot different than what I expect.
Get away.
Never.
Okay, I really like... Okay, wow, obviously the biggest thing for Canada is my mother. I miss her a lot. We talk on Skype, but it's not the same, you know? So eventually she will come back to the Philippines in the future. And then we could be reunited. So that point will be mute eventually. I do miss the type of camping you could do in Canada as well. Like when you go to Crownland, Queenland, well, you know what I mean. It's just land that isn't owned by anybody, so you could just go and camp and do whatever. That was nice, except for the mosquitoes, of course. And if we were to leave the Philippines, what I would miss there's a few things. Okay, obviously the warmth, the heat, beautiful. But I think all the fiestas, everybody, like, there's always a reason to party. And so I love that, and the welcomeness of it all. Because people could be throwing a party just on the street, like having a little drink or two, doing some karaoke, and you'll just be walking by and they'll be like, hey you, come take a shot. And you're like, it's 3 p.m. guys. So yeah, so they know how to party. Obviously the Philippines has the most holidays, so they know how to relax as well, which I love, that the laid backness of it all. Yeah, that's just some of the things. I'm sure I could think of more, but I'm busy relaxing. Okay?
Yeah. She's doing exactly what she just said. That here in the Philippines, you just relax more. You're not all worried about every little thing.
Rushing to get everywhere.
Yeah. Philippines time.
It's nice. Yeah, I like it a lot. I like the people, obviously. I really like not having winter.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the biggest ones.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But I like how there's so much to explore and adventure. And it's all tropical and beautiful. Like everywhere you look, it looks like a Pinterest board.
Yeah.
You know? And it's so pretty. And everybody is so welcoming. Whenever we go anywhere, I'm not like, okay. I'm always scared because that's just anxiety. But I'm always like not afraid that people will be like, leave. Or like, we hate you. You know, that's not what I'm scared of. I'm just scared of me. Everybody is so nice and welcome. That's gonna be my final answer. Lock that in.
Are you going to make that your final answer?
We go for walks almost every night. We walk 2 kilometers one way, 2 kilometers back. All right, wild dogs, all the things people say watch out for. all over the place, barking, whatever. They all mean bark. People going by on motorbikes, maybe nobody for a while, and then just some random person walking down. I can't remember ever going, oh my God, hold on to your stuff. Like we go for walks and we don't think anything. We go, good evening, like literally, and so do they, by the way. And it's pitch dark with just some street lights, you know, and we just go walking down the street here, and we're kind of going from one town to the other because we live on the edge. And so there's like not really a lot of sidewalks where we are out that way.
Yeah, my biggest fear when I'm walking out at night is tripping and falling on my face.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Not that somebody is going to come and bug you, or somebody's going to drive by and grab you and drag you. None of that stuff. Never, ever do I ever think of that. And when I get in vehicles here, I don't think, oh, I potentially might get in a horrible car crash. Of course, Canada has many beautiful places, beautiful forests. We used to go hiking through them all the time. They got the mountains, they've got the Arctic, they've got, you know, lots of Great Lakes and very crystal clean rivers and all these things. So we're not saying that Canada doesn't have beautiful areas. They absolutely do. But as Canadians who grew up in Canada, who are used to that, I think it's probably obvious that having the exact opposite of a tropical paradise is going to be very appealing, right? And it's the same as a lot of Filipinos here who were brought up in this, where the seasons don't really change. It's raining or it's not raining. It's basically how they describe it. It's hot or it's hotter. And then they want something different. And so for them, seeing something like Canada and the beautiful rivers and even snow, that's right, to them would be the beauty. But for us,
the grass is always greener. That's the rule.
But although the rule is we say the grass is always greener, and the rule is that it never is. But I got to tell you, it worked out for us. We absolutely love it here. Does that mean everything's perfect? Of course not. Of course not. But nothing's ever perfect, no matter where you're going to live. Things happen, and I feel like somehow all of that always adds up to. That's what life is about. Otherwise life would be boring if you don't have the ups and downs and the things you have to overcome. That's kind of part of living. Yeah. So we absolutely love it here. 1 year in, and maybe we'll have a 10-year, you know, a 20-year of what it's like to be still living in the Philippines as Canadians.
Let's just have a second year first. That's a good one.
Wow, is that all you're aiming for?
Well, let's be realistic, okay? Because 10 years, you never know. The world might end. I get into a horrible car crash.
No, I'm not banking on that one. Not at all. All right, well, we're gonna enjoy this beautiful pool. And I want to thank you all for joining. And if we haven't earned your subscription yet, stay tuned. We'll keep producing videos, and maybe soon we will. Take care, guys.
Goodbye.